Get ready for a Saturday full of entertainment and education. Watch Chef Alex as he cooks and bakes his favorite dishes. Join our aquarium hobbyist as he shares his passion for tropical fish. Come along with me as I hit the bowling alley. Saturday Live has something for everyone. Tune in for a great time. Don't forget to follow us on social media for more updates and behind-the-scenes content.
Saturday night.
When I grow up, I want to stick my head through a circle at the beginning of movies and roar.
What's up now, bitch?
What is she doing? Handsome. She spelled it wrong.
Quick, hand me that mirror. What the? Saga, that nurse was right. I am
Happy Saturday, everyone! Welcome to Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale. I'm your host, Alex Cardinale. I have an awesome show coming your way tonight. Aqua Alex is here, and Aqua Alex's featured fish of the week is the Jade Goby. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish is the Orinoco Peacock bass. Our animal of the week is the South American giant river otter. Chef Alex has a diabetic-friendly recipe, and Chef Alex will talk about childhood comfort foods. Plus, Tampa Bay Buccaneers spotlight. Sergeant Slaughter has facts on Bertucci's Italian restaurant, and I'm going to talk about tips for a successful year and tips for overcoming depression. All that and more right here, right now on Saturday Live. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Those who are watching us live or those catching the replay, I appreciate your view. If you have any questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments or in the chat, and I will answer your questions. So let's go ahead and get this episode started. And we're going to start with a segment I call Alex Cardinale Asks You. And I have 4 questions that you can answer. Post your answers in the comments to these questions. So here are the questions. Have you ever had Crumbl cookies before? And if so, which are your favorites? If you could own any business, what would it be? What is your favorite fruit? And who are your picks for the NFL wildcard playoff round? Go ahead and post your answers down in the comments below. I'll start by answering these questions. Have I had Crumbl cookies before? And if so, which are my favorites? Yes, I've had Crumbl cookies before. I love Crumbl. And my favorites are the Oreo Mallow Witch, the Twix shortbread cookie, the sugar featuring Mother Circus animals, and the peanut butter one with Butterfinger, and the peanut butter one with Reese's peanut butter cups. If I could own any business, it would either be a tropical fish store or my very own cookie bakery business like Crumbl. I think I would be very successful in owning both an aquarium store and a bakery. What is my favorite fruit? Well, my favorite fruit is apples and bananas. And who are my picks for the NFL wildcard playoff round? Well, the Texans already defeated the Browns. The Dolphins and Chiefs are playing right now. But I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins over the Kansas City Chiefs because I am not a Kansas City fan. And then I'm going to pick the Lions over the Rams, the Cowboys over the Packers, and the Buccaneers over the Eagles. Yes, my Buccaneers made the playoffs. And we'll talk about the Buccaneers a little bit later on in the show. So go ahead and post your answers to those questions in the comments. And now it's time for this week's edition of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. And like I said last Saturday, every week we're going to have a video reaction here on Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. And here is this week's video reaction. Let's check it out.
What you need $18 for?
To get the power back on.
That's all you need?
Mm-hmm.
You sure that's what you need $18 to cut your power back on now?
Mm-hmm.
Be honest. Be honest.
You gonna say no if I
No,
say
no,
it?
no, I'm not. What you want it for, really?
That hard stuff.
That hard stuff. You don't need to, though.
I love it.
Woman, you don't need that stuff. You don't need to go buy nothing but something to eat, okay?
Okay.
All right? That's $20. Don't go buy no crack. You have a good day, okay?
It makes me feel so fucking fantastic and
does.
so horny.
Okay, you have a good day.
It makes me want a thing in my mouth.
No, don't.
I
You
be
have
like,
a good day, okay?
put it in my mouth.
No.
Mouth.
Bye.
Hey, can I use your phone?
No, I'm about to go. I'm late behind. I'm behind on my light bill, too. $17.
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a crack whore. Unfortunately, a lot of these crack addicts and these drug addicts like to solicit money from other people by saying they need to pay their light bills or they need to get something to eat or drink. And what they end up doing is end up buying more drugs or more alcohol. So we have to be very careful when it comes to who we donate to, and because we could be supplying their evil habits. So always keep that in mind. So I have a couple of things I'm going to talk about here on this week's edition of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. This Friday, January 19th, 2024, live at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale. I will be making announcements for my 10-year YouTube anniversary. So definitely tune in this Friday night. I have some big major announcements to make for my 10-year YouTube anniversary, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. I'm also very happy to say that my favorite Mountain Dew flavor is permanent. It's around year-round now. Mountain Dew Baja Blast is now a permanent flavor. The New York Yankees signed a new starting pitcher this week. The New York Yankees get Marcus Stroman. So hopefully with Garrett Cole, Nestor Cortez Jr., Carlos Rendon, and Marcus Stroman, the Yankees will have a better pitching rotation than we did last year. And finally, the Bill Belichick era is over. The Bill Belichick era from the New England Patriots is now over as the Patriots relieved him of his duties as head coach. Where will Bill Belichick coach next? We will find out in the coming weeks, I am sure. Also, Pete Carroll has been relieved of his duties from the Seattle Seahawks. So we should see who the Seattle Seahawks' new head coach will be. And that is this week's Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. Now it's time for a little bit of social studies. It's time for this Saturday in history. It's time to learn about what happened on this day in history.
What happened on this Saturday in history? What is today's highlight from years past? It's time to learn about this Saturday in history, right here on Saturday Live. Who is celebrating a birthday today? Let's find out right now.
All right. Today is Saturday, January 13th, the 13th day of 2024. There are 353 days left in the year. On this date in history, 3 years ago, on January 13th, 2021, President Donald Trump was impeached by the U.S. House over the violent January 6th siege of the Capitol, becoming the only president to be twice impeached. 10 Republicans joined Democrats in voting to impeach Trump on a charge of incitement of insurrection. Trump would again be acquitted by the Senate in a vote after his term was over. On this day, in 1982, an Air Florida 737 crashed into Washington, D.C.'s 14th Street Bridge and fell into the Potomac River while trying to take off during a snowstorm, killing a total of 78 people, including 4 motorists on the bridge. 4 passengers and a flight attendant survived. In 1987, West German police arrested Muhammad Ali Hamadai, a suspect in the 1985 hijacking of a TWA jetliner and the killing of a U.S. Navy diver who was on board. Although convicted and sentenced to life, Hamadi was paroled by Germany in December 2005 and returned home to Lebanon. In 1990, Douglas Wilder of Virginia became the nation's first elected black governor as he took the oath of office in Richmond. In 1992, Japan apologized for forcing tens of thousands of Korean women to serve as sex slaves for its soldiers during World War II, citing newly uncovered documents that showed the Japanese army had a role in abducting the so-called comfort women. In 2000, Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates stepped aside as chief executive and promoted company president Stephen Ballmer to the position. In 2001, an earthquake estimated by the U.S. Geological Survey at magnitude 7.7 struck El Salvador. More than 840 people were killed. In 2011, a funeral was held in Tucson, Arizona, for 9-year-old Christina Taylor Green, the youngest victim of a mass shooting that claimed 5 others' life and critically wounded Representative Gabrielle Giffords. And in 2022, 2 years ago, the Supreme Court found that the Biden administration had overstepped its authority by requiring that employees at large businesses get a COVID-19 vaccine or test regularly and wear a mask on the job. The court allowed the administration to proceed with a vaccine mandate for most healthcare workers. And that is this Saturday in history. Who is celebrating a birthday today? Today's birthdays: country singer Trace Adkins is 62, actor Penelope Ann Miller is 60, actor Patrick Dempsey is 68, actor Suzanne Cryer is 57, actor Tracy Bingham is 56, actor Keith Krogan is 54, actor Michael Pena is 48, and actor Orlando Bloom is 47. Happy birthday to anyone who celebrated a birthday this past week. Happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday today or tomorrow. And happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday this upcoming week. I hope you all have an amazing birthday and a healthy and happy year ahead of you. And that is this Saturday in history. All right, now it's time for our animal of the week. And tonight, our animal of the week is the giant river otter.
It's no secret that Alex Cardinale loves animals. Alex has tropical fish and a dog as pets, but Alex also likes other animals, and all types of animals. It's time to learn about a featured animal. What animal will be discussed this week? Welcome to Animals of the World here on Saturday, live with Alex Cardinale.
All right, so this week's animal of the week is the giant river otter, which comes to us from South America. The giant river otter is one of the Amazon River's apex predators. They eat fish, they eat turtles, they eat crabs, and they even defend themselves against caiman, jaguars, and green anacondas. The giant river otter is definitely an animal not to be messed with. Now, let's learn about the giant river otter, one of my favorite animals from South America.
This weekend's Animal of the Week comes from South America and the Amazon River. It's the giant river otter. Let's learn about the giant river otter right now. The giant otter or giant river otter, Pteronura brasiliensis, is a South American carnivorous mammal. It is the longest member of the weasel family, Mustelidae, a globally successful group of predators, reaching up to 1.8 meters. 5 feet 11 inches. Atypical of mustelid, the giant otter is a social species, with family groups typically supporting 3 to 8 members. The groups are centered on a dominant breeding pair and are extremely cohesive and cooperative. Although generally peaceful, the species is territorial, and aggression has been observed between groups. The giant otter is diurnal, being active exclusively during daylight hours. It is the noisiest otter species, and distinct vocalizations have been documented that indicate alarm, aggression, and reassurance. The giant otter ranges across north-central South America. It lives mostly in and along the Amazon River and in the Pantanal. Its distribution has been greatly reduced and is now discontinuous. Decades of poaching for its velvety pelt, peaking in the 1950s and 1960s, considerably diminished population numbers. The species was listed as endangered in 1999, and wild population estimates are typically below 5,000. The Guianas are one of the last real strongholds for the species, which also enjoys modest numbers and significant protection in the Peruvian Amazonian basin. It is one of the most endangered mammal species in the neotropics. Habitat degradation and loss is the greatest current threat. They are also rare in captivity. In 2003, only 60 giant otters were being held. The giant otter shows a variety of adaptations suitable to an amphibious lifestyle, including exceptionally dense fur, a wing-like tail, and webbed feet. The species prefers freshwater rivers and streams, which are usually seasonally flooded, and may also take to freshwater lakes and springs. It constructs extensive campsites close to feeding areas, clearing large amounts of vegetation. The giant otter subsists almost exclusively on a diet of fish, particularly characins and catfish, but may also eat crabs, turtles, snakes, and small caimans. It has no serious natural predators other than humans, although it must compete with other predators, such as the neotropical otters and various crocodilian species, for food resources. The giant otter is clearly distinguished from other otters by morphological and behavioral characteristics. It has the greatest body length of any species in the mustelid family, although the sea otter may be heavier. Males are between 1.5 and 1.7 meters, 4 feet 11 inches and 5 feet 7 inches in length from head to tail, and females between 1 and 1.5 meters, 3 feet and 4 feet 11 inches. The giant otter is an especially noisy animal, with a complex repertoire of vocalizations. All otters produce vocalizations, but by frequency and volume, the giant otter may be the most vocal. The giant otter is a highly social animal and lives in extended family groups. Group sizes are anywhere from 2 to 20 members, but likely average between 3 and 8. Larger figures may reflect 2 or 3 family groups temporarily feeding together. Aggression within the species, intraspecific conflict, has been documented. Defense against intruding animals appears to be cooperative. While adult males typically lead in aggressive encounters, cases of alpha females guarding groups have been reported. One fight was directly observed in the Brazilian Pantanal, in which 3 animals violently engaged a single individual near a range boundary. In another instance in Brazil, a carcass was found with clear indications of violent assault by other otters, including bites to the snout and genitals, an attack pattern similar to that exhibited by captive animals. While not rare among large predators in general, intraspecific aggression is uncommon among otter species. Rebus and Morau suggest a correlation to the animal's sociability, which is also rare among other otters. A capacity for aggressive behavior should not be overstated with the giant otter. Researchers emphasize that even between groups, conflict avoidance is generally adopted. Within groups, the animals are extremely peaceful and cooperative. Group hierarchies are not rigid, and the animals easily share roles. Giant otters build dens, which are holes dug into riverbanks, usually with multiple entrances and multiple chambers inside. They give birth within these dens during the dry season. In Cano State Park, otters dig their reproductive dens on the shores of Oxbow lakes starting around July, when waters are already quite low. They give birth between August and September, and the young pups emerge for the first time in October and November, which are the months of lowest water when fish concentrations in the dwindling lakes and channels are at their peak. This makes it easier for the adults to catch enough fish for the growing young, and for the pups to learn how to catch fish. The entire group, including non-reproductive adults, which are usually older siblings to that year's pups, collaborates to catch enough fish for the young. The giant otter is an apex predator, and its population status reflects the overall health of riverine ecosystems. It feeds mainly on fish, including cichlids, perch, characins such as piranha, and catfish. One full-year study of giant otter scats in Amazonian Brazil found fish present in all fecal samples. Fish from the order Perciformes, particularly cichlids and perch, were seen in 97% of scats, and caraciforms, such as characins, in 86%. Fish remains were of medium-sized species that seem to prefer relatively shallow water, to the advantage of the visually oriented giant otter. Prey species found were also sedentary, generally swimming only short distances, which may aid the giant otter in predation. Hunting in shallow water has also been found to be more rewarding, with water depth less than 0.6 meters, 2.0 feet having the highest success rate. The giant otter seems to be opportunistic, taking whatever species are most locally abundant. If fish are unavailable, it will also take crabs, snakes, and even small caimans and anacondas. The species can hunt singly, in pairs, and in groups, relying on sharp eyesight to locate prey. In some cases, supposed cooperative hunting may be incidental, a result of group members fishing individually in close proximity. Truly coordinated hunting may only occur where the prey cannot be taken by a single giant otter, such as with small anacondas and juvenile black caiman. The giant otter seems to prefer prey fish that are generally immobile on river bottoms in clear water. Prey chase is rapid and tumultuous, with lunges and twists through the shallows and few missed targets. The otter can attack from both above and below, swiveling at the last instant to clamp the prey in its jaws. Giant otters catch their own food and consume it immediately. They grasp the fish firmly between the forepaws and begin eating noisily at the head. Adult giant otters living in family groups have no known serious natural predators. However, there are some accounts of black caimans in Peru and Y.A. caimans in the Pantanal preying on giant otters. In addition, solitary animals and young may be vulnerable to attacks by the jaguar, cougar, and anaconda, but this is based on historical reports, not direct observation. Pups are more vulnerable and may be taken by caiman and other large predators, although adults are constantly mindful of stray young and will harass and fight off possible predators. When in the water, the giant otter faces danger from animals not strictly preying upon it. The electric eel and stingray are potentially deadly if stumbled upon, and piranha may be capable of at least taking bites out of a giant otter, as evidenced by scarring on individuals. That is this week's Animal of the Week. What animal will be featured next weekend?
Thank you, Alexa, for educating us on this week's Animal of the Week. which is the giant river otter that comes from South America. So it was awesome learning about the giant river otter. And now it's time for some sports here on Saturday Live. Right now it is time to go bowling. And let's see how I bowled this past Thursday. All right, so this past Thursday, I went into bowling with an average of 103. So knowing that my average is 103, was I able to beat my average each game? Yes, I was. I did phenomenal this week. I bowled really well this past Thursday, and I am proud of myself. This past Thursday was the start of the second half, and our team, Striking Out Alex, was in 25th place starting the second half. But my team did great. We won the series. We won 2 games, and we took total. So now we are in 15th place. We moved up 10 spots. So I'm extremely proud of my bowling team. We all did phenomenal. But I beat my average each game. Game 1, I got 118. Game 2, I got 116, and game 3, I got 117. So 118, 116, and 117 for a total of 350. 350 pins I got. And get this, folks, I had 11 spares and 2 strikes. So with the 3 games combined, I had 11 spares and 2 strikes. So let me show you my score sheet from this week's bowling. Here is game 1. And in game 1, I had 118, and I had a spare on frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 5, and that's it. So I had a spare in frame 1, 2, 3, and 5 in game 1 for a total of 118. Game 2, I had a total of 116, and I had a spare on frame 2 and a spare on frame 10, and I had a strike on frame 8. In game 3, I had a total of 117, and I had a spare on frame 3, frame 4, frame 5, frame 6. So that's my bowling from this week. I bowled really well this week, and I can't wait to go bowling this Thursday to see how I do. And we'll recap it next week on Saturday Live. All right, now it's time to talk about my favorite football team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How did the Buccaneers do in Week 18? And did the Buccaneers make the playoffs? Let's find out right now.
Y'all can't match our energy. We ball and attack on enemies. The bus ain't slowing down. Opponents better walk that plank. No penalty. No backing off and no breathing.
All right, so last Sunday, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers faced the Carolina Panthers in Week 18. It was a sloppy game, but the Buccaneers came away with the victory. The Bucs beat the Panthers with a score of 9-0. And with that victory, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers clinched the NFC South, and they clinched a playoff berth. So I am very excited about that. But the Buccaneers played sloppy last week, so we have to hope that the Buccaneers play better on Monday as they host the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card playoff round on Monday night. So congratulations to my Tampa Bay Buccaneers for once again becoming the NFC South champions. The third year in a row that the Buccaneers have become NFC South champions. And I have faith in Baker Mayfield, and I have faith in my Tampa Bay Buccaneers that the Bucs can take advantage of a struggling Philadelphia Eagles. So the Buccaneers' first playoff game is going to be this Monday, a wild card round. It's the Bucs versus the Eagles, Baker Mayfield versus Jalen Hurts. And Baker Mayfield and the Bucs are going to be out for redemption against the Eagles because the Eagles destroyed us during the regular season. We'll see how the Bucs and the Eagles do for the wild card game. I will be happy with either result. I will be happy with a Bucs victory, and I will be happy with the Eagles victory. Although I'll be disappointed the Bucs lost, but the Eagles are my brother's favorite team. So if the Eagles win, I'll be happy for my brothers. But I really want the Bucs to win. So I do think the Buccaneers at the end of it are going to be the victorious ones. I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it'll be 21-14. 21-14 Tampa Bay, but we shall see. We definitely shall see. I can't wait to watch it. And hopefully next week, we'll talk about a Buccaneers victory against the Eagles and the Buccaneers divisional round playoffs. However, shall the Philadelphia Eagles win? If the Buccaneers lose, next week will be the final Buccaneers spotlight here on Saturday Live until September. Regardless, there's going to be a Buccaneers spotlight next week. If the Bucs lose, if by some miracle and hell froze over and the Eagles win, then next week will be the final Buccaneers spotlight until September. And next week we'll recap the wild card game, and I will recap the Buccaneers regular season and what the Bucs need to do in the post or in the off season. All right. So we've got one more football topic to talk about. And this football topic is the NFL Wild Card Weekend. So let's take a look at the wild card bracket for the 2024 NFL playoffs. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills on Monday because of a bad snowstorm. This game got postponed until Monday. We have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, which is taking place right now. I believe Kansas City is ahead 13-7, but let's go Dolphins. And then we had the Houston Texans defeat the Cleveland Browns earlier tonight. The Texans destroyed the Browns, so now in the AFC divisional playoff round, it will be the Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. And the winner of the Dolphin and Chiefs game will face the winner of the Steelers and Bills game. Let's go Miami, and let's go Steelers. So I'll pick the Dolphins over the Chiefs and the Steelers over the Buffalo Bills. On the NFC side, we have the Packers versus the Cowboys taking place tomorrow. We have the Rams versus the Detroit Lions taking place tomorrow. And on Monday, the final wild card game, Monday evening, we have my Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to pick the Bucs, I'm going to pick the Lions, and I'm going to pick the Cowboys. So the winner of the Bucs and Eagles will take on the San Francisco 49ers, and the winner of the Lions Rams will take on the winner of the Packers Boys. So that's this weekend's playoff round. Go Bucs. I hope the Bucs win. And I hope your favorite NFL team, if they're in the playoffs, I hope that they win. And that is this week's sports chat here on Saturday Live. Like I said, next week we will recap the Buccaneers season, and we'll see if the Bucs will be in the divisional round of the postseason next Saturday. All right. Right now it is time for our first topic. And our first topic tonight is tips for having a successful year. Because I want all my viewers to have a successful year. I would like to have a successful year as well. So here are tips for a successful year. Discover your purpose. What's your why? Set goals that connect to something meaningful to you and allow you to live with purpose. Focus on how you can make a difference within your circle or your community. You'll be more likely to stick with it. For example, if one of your New Year's goals is to lose weight, like so many people, including myself, identify why that's so important. Adopt an optimistic outlook. Believe that you can achieve the goals you have set. But you've got to be aware of the negative stories in your own head and the pessimism from others around you that are telling you that you can't. They're holding you back. Refuse to listen to those stories. Replace the negativity with faith and a belief in what is possible. And let your purpose from tip 1 fuel your spirit. Create optimal conditions for success. Success doesn't come easy. You've got to put yourself in the position to persevere through the bumps. How do you do that? Well, you invest in your personal well-being. It is so important. Set the stage physically, emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically for success. Make a list of ways that you are creating optimal conditions for your success. What could you do differently to set the stage for greater progress? Give yourself some grace. There are days when you've made really good progress, and other days when you wish you could rewind the clock and try again. Who could be knocking it out of the park 100% of the time? No one does. So don't beat yourself up when you miss your workout for the 3rd day in a row, or that promotion didn't come exactly when you had hoped. If you are blessed with another day, you get another shot at it. And finally, recognize and appreciate those small milestones and the effort it's taken to get where you are today. That's progress. And don't be shy. Celebrate it. The small successes add up. When you celebrate the small successes, it keeps you motivated for your next big success. So those are my tips for having a successful year. All right, now we're going to welcome Aqua Alex for this week's Oasis Aquatics featured fish. And this week's Oasis Aquatics featured fish is the Orinoco Peacock bass.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
So the Orinoco Peacock bass is such a gorgeous fish. It comes from Orinoco, and they get to a good size. The Orinoco Peacock bass can reach a length of up to 2 feet. They are fishivores, meaning they prey on fish. So they are apex predators of the Amazon. But they are a really cool fish to keep in the aquarium hobby. And if you're thinking about getting a peacock bass, an Orinoco peacock bass is a good peacock bass species to start. It's one of my all-time favorite peacock bass species. Unfortunately, Oasis Aquatics is out of peacock bass at the moment, but they will be getting more peacock bass in stock. So if you want to check out their stock list, go to oasisaquaticsnj.com and you can see their available stock list. But they are currently out of cichlid. They are out of all 3 species of cichlid. Had I known that, I would have chosen a different fish species to feature tonight. But you know what? I love the Orinoco peacock bass so much that we're going to talk about it regardless. Very cool predatory fish. They look amazing when young, and they look even better as an adult. Here is the video showing you just how gorgeous the Orinoco peacock bass can be. All right, and that was the Oasis Aquatics featured fish for this week, and that was the beautiful Orinoco peacock bass. Aqua Alex will be back later on in the show in the main event of Saturday Live to talk about the Jade Goby as Aqua Alex's featured fish of the week. Well, we go from Aqua Alex to Chef Alex. Right now, Chef Alex is going to give out diabetic-friendly recipe, and he's going to talk about his childhood favorite foods right here, right now on Saturday Live.
It's time for Chef Alex to cook and bake or give out delicious tips and recipes. Let Chef Alex share his love and passion of cooking and baking with you. Let's all welcome Chef Alex right here, right now on Saturday Live.
All right, so my diabetic-friendly recipe for this week's show is a chicken and spinach skillet pasta. Now, for a diabetic-friendly recipe, you could use a gluten-free pasta or a whole wheat pasta, but you could also use regular pasta as well. I recommend either penne or rigatoni or fettuccine for this recipe. You will need 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You'll need 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast or thighs cut into bite-sized pieces. You'll need a half teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper, 4 cloves of garlic minced, a half cup of dry white wine, juice and zest of 1 lemon. You'll need some chopped fresh spinach and 4 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese. Cook your pasta according to package directions. Drain and set aside. Meanwhile, heat oil in a large high-side skillet over medium-high heat. Add chicken, salt, and pepper. Cook, stirring occasionally until just cooked through 5 to 7 minutes. Add garlic and cook, stirring until fragrant, about 1 minute. Stir in wine, lemon juice, and zest and bring to a simmer. Remove from heat. Stir in your spinach and the cooked pasta. Cover and let stand until the spinach is just wilted. Sprinkle with Parmesan cheese and serve. This dish is 100% amazing. It is absolutely delicious. That's what I had for supper tonight. I made this recipe, and I got to tell you, it really is good. So you have to give it a try. I think you'll love it. All right, right now I'm going to talk about my favorite childhood comfort foods. These are foods that I remember eating as a child that were some of my favorite foods. They include cheeseburgers. They include chicken parmesan. And funny story, chicken parmesan was actually the first thing I learned to cook at the age of 13. I really love chicken parm, so I learned how to cook it. And I learned it from my mother, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother, who are all Italian, and Italians know how to cook. So that's how I learned how to cook. I, of course, loved pizza as a kid. I loved Chinese food as a kid. And my favorite ice cream flavor as a kid, and even to this day, is cookies and cream ice cream. I love vanilla ice cream with Oreos in it. Oreos are my favorite snack cookie, and Twix is my favorite candy bar. So that is this week's Chef Alex segment. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week with another diabetic-friendly recipe for you to enjoy. Now let's hand it back to the real Alex Cardinale. All right, are you ready for some craziness? Are you ready to see some Karens and some Chads? It's time for Karens of the Week, and this week I have 5 crazy Karens who go off the hinges. Let's get ready to go off the hinges with these Karens.
It's time for Karens of the Weekend here on Saturday Live. Which men and women are losing their shit? Which men and women are causing a scene? What is a Karen? Slang typically for a middle-class white woman who is perceived as entitled or demanding beyond the scope of what is normal. Depictions include demanding to speak to the manager, being racist, or wearing a particular bob-cut hairstyle. Now let's see who makes the Karen list this weekend.
So our first Karen is actually someone who was arguing with a police officer, and the police officer herself can be considered a Karen. Check it out.
Put that down. You're going to talk to me.
I'm not going to put my camera down.
You can put your camera down. It'll still record.
I'm not putting my camera down. What is the issue?
The issue.
Let's start with that. My name is Jason. How are you?
I'm fine, Jason.
And who you are?
I'm Officer Chef.
Nice to meet you, Officer Chef. Why don't we have a cordial conversation, de-escalate a little bit here?
Well, we
you got
tried
a one-sided story. You haven't spoken to me yet.
No, I have a patron who cannot leave the store
No,
because
she
she
chooses
doesn't
not to
want
leave
to
the
be
store.
on your camera, and you're
That's-
refusing to put the camera down so that we can have a cordial conversation.
I don't need to put my. You're not going to put your camera down anyway.
I
let's-
don't get to,
Let's
but
have. Neither
nice
do
try.
I. Neither do I. Nice try. So let's have the cordial conversation. I'm out on a public sidewalk taking some video, and this woman wants me to stop videoing the public sidewalk so her client can leave.
She doesn't want you to video her store. That's
She doesn't-
private property,
No,
not
it's
a
not.
public sidewalk.
Do you really believe that?
That her store is hers? Yes, I do.
That I can't film it from the sidewalk?
I didn't say that. I said she doesn't want
Let's cut
her
through the chase.
store
Let's cut through the
filmed.
chase. I know the law better than you do.
Oh,
and I'm not
good.
putting my
You're
camera
one of
away.
those.
So what are you going to do about it?
Why are you here?
I'm filming.
Both of them are Karens in my book. Let's check out the next Karen of the week.
I'm sorry?
You're not taking pictures, right?
I'm taking video.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because this is a private office?
This is a government office.
Yes, but you're not supposed to be taking pictures or videos here.
We even have a sign posted over there. Says, no, this is due to confidentiality.
Is that like a law?
Yes.
Could you state the law so I could double check?
Why are you doing this?
I'm working on a video.
Why are you doing this? We're going to call the police.
For what?
Because you're not following the rules, sir.
Ma'am, I'm not breaking the law.
Yes, you're violating that policy.
You shouldn't call the police for that, ma'am, because I'm not breaking the law.
Stop. Just stop.
Why are you being rude to me? Have I been rude to anybody here?
Camera down.
I'm conducting business.
Stop. Please call the police.
Why? Don't do that.
Yes.
They're just gonna inform you, ma'am. And then I'm gonna file a complaint on you for being disrespectful to me. Oh wow, 911. Now we have an emergency. What have I done? Okay, you're keeping everything confidential. Any private information, you guys are keeping it in private. I'm not. I'm not even recording people here. I'm here to film the process of me doing services with you guys. I'm waiting for a form. How's it going, brother?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Doing good. Can I have your name and badge number, please? Toro, ID 725. Toro, situation's under control. You see, we have a professional supervisor here that's taking care of the situation. Very good. This lady and the other lady made a police phone call over First Amendment protected activity. Supervisor already taking care of the situation. She still doesn't get it, but she's about to be informed by her supervisor. So just stand by for a second, Toro.
Alrighty, sir.
Okay, you're on speaker. You're on speaker.
Okay. I just want to know how I can help.
This is my chief.
Oh, can I speak with him for a second?
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, how's it going? I'm right here speaking with with the supervisor in charge. She's very professional. She's just informed me that I have the right to video record in the lobby. They're just asking me to please not video record any children, which we have an empty lobby here. Now it's full of police officers because of, what's her name again? The older lady with the white and gray hair? Linda Turner. Call the police for no reason, but everything's under control. We know that you have more important things to deal with right now than with a camera guy. So I appreciate you very much. What's your name again, ma'am? Patricia is awesome, brother. She needs to move up in the system. Move up. We need more Patricias and less Lindas, right? Linda. So thank you, Johnny. I'm gonna put Patricia back on the phone. I have to speak to a police officer that was called here unnecessarily.
Honestly, I don't know why you would want to film in a government building in the first place. Many government buildings around the United States do not allow you to film for confidentiality. So you're breaking a rule by doing that. But I don't understand how the cops sided with him in the first place. But they did. Maybe he can record in the lobby, but he shouldn't have gone into the waiting room and started recording there. Anyway, here is our next Karen. Check it out.
Why you being so nasty? It ain't. Why can't we stay here no more?
Well, she saw your kids in there.
What do my kids have anything to do with this?
Your kids were in the laundry room in our refrigerator.
Ma'am, my kids was not in y'all laundry room and y'all refrigerator.
I'm not gonna go through it with you. I've already heard that you've been nasty to my other people.
No. Your worker was nasty to my kids. Your worker came out the office, slammed the door in my kid's face for no apparently reason. Why can't we stay here any longer? Why?
Because the owner said you're not staying here. Your kids run around during the day.
Man, my kids don't never come out the room. Only
They're
my
not
two.
Staying. You're not staying. The owner said you're not staying anymore.
Ma'am, at first you told my wife that
it's because your kids were in there.
Ma'am, my kids are 14 and 15 years old.
I'm going with you. You're not staying. Point blank. Don't be back on the property after today.
Wow. Just like that, ma'am?
Just like that. Just like that.
But you told my wife this hotel is not a hotel that extended stay, right?
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. I told her she may want to go down here.
Ma'am, you told my wife that this hotel.
Don't put words in my mouth.
No, I'm not.
Because I didn't say that to your wife. Bring her out here.
My wife said that you said that we can't stay at this hotel no more because you said that this hotel, we done been here long enough and this is not an extended hotel. We have to go down the road. My wife told me that.
That is not what I told you.
Ma'am, we have it recorded.
Whatever. You don't have that recorded from me.
Okay. Ma'am, all I'm asking you. Wow. Ma'am, I'm telling you, I will report you to corporate.
Okay.
Wow is all I have to say about that. Well, this next Karen video, I'm actually on the side of the employee. You should never pay anything over $2 in pennies because that's just outright ridiculous. If you have pennies, just go to your local Walmart or even your local gas station or even your local grocery store and use the Coinstar machine. Use the Coinstar machine to redeem your pennies into dollars if you have a ridiculous amount of pennies, or if you're a hoarder and you've been hoarding pennies for the last decade. Don't bring them into a place to pay for a fine or even the store because it makes the employee count pennies, and pennies are basically only 1 cent. They're worthless. They're worthless. There's 100 pennies in a dollar, and if you have a $70 bill, imagine how much pennies they have to count. So it becomes time consuming. But anyway, here is our next Karen of the week.
Hi, I'm here to pay a ticket.
Citation number?
I got the citation here.
It's gonna be $89.
Okay.
If you're paying with that, it has to be rolled up.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you do. Yeah, this is the only money I have. It's legal tender.
Take it to the bank and have it rolled up. It has to be rolled up.
No, it doesn't.
It has to be a certain amount. Do our policy? We do.
Okay, well, here's what we got. So we got $14 here, and then we got the 75. So.
We can't accept it.
Okay.
Only a certain amount we can accept.
Okay, that might be your policy because what you gave me is like your internal policy, but that's not posted. That's not public. There's no signs.
You can take it to the bank and they'll exchange it for you.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to pay. Okay. So I can dump it, or you can have someone out and get the bags. Because I'm going to pay it, and this is being filmed, so I'm going to pay my citation. Because it's a victimless crime, and it's bullshit, and I already tried to appeal it, and, it got denied.
I don't approve of that recording.
Okay, that's fine. You work for me. You're a public servant.
I'm telling you right now, we can't accept it like that.
Okay, that's fine.
Now serving X007 at station number 4.
Oh, missed one. Hi.
Okay, so we had this before, so
yeah.
Unless you have it counted by the bank and they have it out, we don't have a counter here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I counted it already though.
No, but we don't have
the
a
$75.
counter. We don't have a counter here. They won't accept it.
Okay. Well, here's what I'll do. Do you have a? I guess I can use this pen. Here. Can I see the ticket for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, okay. So if there's any problems, you're more than welcome to call me. But as of right now, the payment's been made. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Crazy bitch. She actually thought they were going to sit there and count 75,000 pennies. So entitled. I don't even know why she would go there to pay in pennies anyway. So here is our final Karen of the week.
It is over $1,000. They have to mail you a check.
But you would take over $1,000 for me any time, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, but we don't have that amount here in the store.
And you guys still not going to return my receipted items. You're not going to return one. That's crazy, dude. And you're going to hold my money hostage like that?
No, so it's going to get mailed to you at your house.
I don't want to get mailed to my house.
How long is that going to take?
It's going to take up to a week.
No, I'm not doing it. I want my money right now.
No, I need it.
So we either it's going to be a gift card or mail. We can't.
I'm trying to be a gift. What do you mean you can't give it to me cash?
We can't give it to you.
I paid you guys cash, right?
Yeah, I can't do nothing. Yeah.
You're serious?
I'm serious.
This is crazy, brother.
It either has to be mailed or you could give it to you in a gift card. It cannot be cash because we don't have that cash amount. Everybody pays with card now, so like I said, unfortunately, we don't have an amount in this register, and we don't have any register.
Who's the boss here right now?
I'm the supervisor here.
The top boss.
Who's the manager?
They're not here.
So that's Chris or Francisco?
Mm-hmm. They're not here,
So how much money is that?
So tomorrow...
How much money is all together, all three of these scooters?
So that's going to get mailed to your house.
I want to know how much all three of these scooters cost together.
Yeah, it's going to be $1,400.
No, all three of these scooters. All three of these scooters.
Are they all the same?
It's about $3,000 worth of money you guys have of mine, bro. And you guys are trying to cough my bread up, dude. I'm giving you 2 receipts, and you guys are trying to give me my... See what I'm saying? I'm getting pissed right now. I gave you all this money, bro, and you don't want to give me none of it back, and I have receipts? That's bullshit. That's straight bullshit. I have a receipt for the other one too, bro. And you guys, the box, everything, you guys are sitting here telling me that I can't return nothing? I can't get my money back from you guys?
Well, you can't get it cash.
I gave you guys cash.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to give it to you cash. It has to be mailed because it is a large amount.
It is a large amount. So so crazy. Is there another store that does have it that I can get it from?
Nope, nobody's gonna give it to you cash. Everybody's gonna mail it to you. No Best Buy is allowed to give it cash. It has to be mailed.
All right, and that is this week's Karens of the Week. Hopefully none of my amazing legendary viewers will be a Karen of the Week next week, and hopefully I won't be a Karen of the Week next week. So I can't wait to see what craziness I have in store for you next week on Karens of the Week.
Do you love to read? Are you looking for the next drama fiction book to read? You should check out Moments the Weekend, written and published by Catherine Jones. Escape into a world of emotions and experiences with Catherine's latest book, Moments the Weekend. Immerse yourself in a captivating journey that explores the magic hidden within the ordinary. About the book, in Moments the Weekend, discover the power of seemingly simple moments as they unfold over a weekend. Through laughter, tears, and unexpected twists, the characters invite you to join them on a roller coaster of emotions. It's a story that will resonate with anyone who cherishes the beauty of life's fleeting moments. Why you'll love it. Engaging characters you'll connect with. A plot that keeps you hooked from start to finish. A celebration of the beauty in everyday life. Thank you for your support. As an independent author, your support means the world to Catherine. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Get your copy today and dive into the magic. https://tntbsmedia.com/.
All right now it's time to welcome Sergeant Slaughter to the show. 10 Hut. Sergeant Slaughter has facts on Bertucci's Italian restaurant. So, Sergeant Slaughter, take it away.
And all you maggots out there, listen up!
Sergeant Slaughter here. Hello maggots. Welcome to Facts with Sergeant Slaughter, the #1 best segment on Saturday Live from 2023. I'm here today with facts on Bertucci's Italian restaurant. Bertucci's is an Italian-American restaurant located in New England. Alex loved dining at Bertucci's when he lived in Massachusetts. Let's learn about Bertucci's right now. Listen up and listen good. Bertucci's is an American chain of restaurants offering pizza and Italian food. Bertucci's was founded by Joey Crunagle in Davis Square, Somerville, Massachusetts, in 1981. The company expanded rapidly during the 1990s. Bertucci's locations are primarily found in the Northeast U.S., but range as far south as Virginia. N.E. Restaurant Co., Inc. bought out Bertucci's in 1998, adopting the Bertucci's Co. name in 2001. Joseph Joey Crunagle, Bertucci's founder, was born in Sulmona, Italy. He landed his first job in a restaurant while in high school, after emigrating to Boston, Massachusetts. He worked as a porter at the Sonesta Hotel in Cambridge, Massachusetts. In 1974, he opened his first ice cream stand. In 1975, he refinanced his father's home and purchased Steve's Ice Cream from founder Steve Harrell for $80,000. Crunagle established 26 stores before selling the concept to Integrated Resources in 1983 for $4.5 million. The first Bertucci's Pizza and Bocce was opened in 1981, 2 doors from Steve's Ice Cream in Davis Square. Bertucci's was opened to eliminate the possibility of an ice cream competitor moving in. The name was found in a magazine during a flight to New York City. The original location had a bocce court in the basement. USA Today listed Bertucci's as one of America's top 10 pizza restaurants in 1989. By then, its headquarters were in Woburn, Massachusetts. Bertucci's became a publicly owned company in July 1991. The company offered 21 units for $13 per share. That year, sales increased 30% to $37.4 million, and net income increased by 90% to $3 million. Stock prices nearly doubled, selling for $24.75 per share. Joey Crunagle attempted to take the chain private again in 1998, but though the board approved his attempt, he was outbid. N.E. Restaurant Co., Inc. purchased Bertucci's for $10.50 a share during the buyout. In 2001, N.E. Restaurant Co., Inc. sold its Chili's and On the Border restaurants to Brinker International and changed its name to Bertucci's Corp. A $4 million advertising tagline, Everybody Eats, was developed in April 2002. In 2006, Italian chain Vinny T's rebranded as Buca di Beppo and withdrew from some markets. As part of their consolidation, they sold 11 Boston locations to Bertucci's Corp. By the end of the decade, the chain had nearly 100 locations. In 2011, the Boston Globe did a DNA investigation of fish available in area restaurants and supermarkets and determined that 50% of the fish was not properly labeled as to species. Bertucci's was asked for comment and acted swiftly to correct the issue. An article on their search to find an acceptable serving of cod to replace the hake that their supplier had sourced them with appeared at the same time as the report on the investigation. In December 2012, Bertucci's opened its first Two Ovens concept restaurant in the revamped White City Shopping Center in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. The brick ovens are the primary method of cooking in the restaurant. On April 15, 2018, Bertucci's filed for Chapter 1 bankruptcy. The chain was expected to close about half of their locations, and the plans were to hold an auction for the remainder of the company. The opening bid would be for $19.7 million, and if no higher bid was made, an affiliate of Right Lane Capital had agreed to purchase the chain. The company owed approximately $9 million to their suppliers and $110 million to financial lenders. In June 2018, the Bertucci's chain agreed to be acquired by the corporate parent of Planet Hollywood, Earl Enterprises, for $20 million. In December 2022, Bertucci's filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, blaming declining sales and loss in revenue from the COVID-19 pandemic and the inflation causing the company to increase dramatically in supply issues. As a result of the bankruptcy, 2 restaurants in Connecticut in Avon and Newington, 2 restaurants in New Hampshire in Manchester and Salem, and 5 restaurants in Massachusetts in Beverly, Brockton, Canton, Marlborough, and North Attleboro were closed. None of Earl Enterprises' other owned companies were affected from the bankruptcy filing. In March 2023, the Peabody location was closed. In June 2023, Bertucci's closed its New Jersey location in Mount Laurel. In October 2023, 2 more Massachusetts Bertucci's locations were closed, located in Central Square in Cambridge and in Lexington. As of January 2024, the company operates 23 locations in Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Virginia. I hope you enjoyed learning about Bertucci's Italian restaurant. I'll be back next week with facts on 99 Restaurant, another New England-based restaurant. Enjoy the rest of the show. Now back to Lake Worth, Florida. Here is Alex, who will go over the Bertucci's menu right now.
You are dismissed, and that's an order.
Thank you, Sergeant Slaughter, for your amazing facts on Bertucci's Italian restaurant. Now let's take a look at the Bertucci's Italian restaurant menu. And we're going to take a look at the menu together. First, we'll start off with starters and side dishes. You have the Bertucci sandwich, which is Tuscan chicken wings, mozzarella fritta, which are mozzarella sticks, meatballs with whipped ricotta and flatbread. You have garlic knots, meatballs, Tuscan chicken wings, spinach and artichoke dip, spicy meatball artisan pizza, oven roasted broccoli, meatballs, rosemary roasted potatoes, Italian sausage soup, Tuscan vegetables and tomato basil soup. Salads. There's the insalata, which is mixed greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, olives, pepperoncinis, and mozzarella. My favorite salad, which is a Caesar salad. Farmhouse salad, a side insalata, and a side Caesar are available at Bertucci's. Bertucci's is known for their brick oven pizzas, and they are phenomenal. My personal favorite is the sausage, mushroom, and onion one. There it was. I was making sure I didn't get it off the menu. It's been years since I've been there. But they are pretty good. The Big Papi pizza is pretty good as well. That has meatballs, pepperoni, mozzarella, pecorino romano, pickled cherry hot peppers, and hot honey. But I usually got it without the peppers and without the hot honey because I'm not a fan of spicy stuff. Mushroom pizza, pepe pizza. That's the first time I've seen that that kind of dish as a pizza. Usually it's a pasta dish. You can create your own calzone at Bertucci's, which is pretty cool. And they have good pasta dishes, spaghetti and meatballs, rigatoni, broccoli and chicken, spaghetti pomodoro, spaghetti and meat sauce, rigatoni abrizzi, which is really, really good. I've tried the rigatoni, broccoli and chicken, and I've tried the rigatoni abrizzi. The cheese ravioli looks good. And they have the classic fettuccine Alfredo for all those Alfredo lovers out there. Eggplant parm. The big chicken gratinati sounds good because I love tortellinis. And for entrees, they have chicken parm, a classic Italian-American dish, chicken bruschetta, chicken piccata, and grilled salmon, which is a great dish as well. And for desserts, they have a double dark chocolate cake, double dark chocolate cake, traditional cannoli, limoncello mascarpone cake, tiramisu, Buddy V's cake slice of the day, which is interesting. It's confetti, vanilla, rainbow fudge, red menu. Bertucci's is located in New England, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, Delaware, and Florida, because I would dine there a lot. I loved Bertucci's. Bertucci's was a great restaurant. Can't go wrong with Bertucci's. All right, now it's time for the Crumbl Cookie Spotlight. Let's take a look at this week's Crumbl Cookie menu.
With over 170 flavors, Crumbl always has a cookie to help celebrate the sweet victories in life. In case you feel like you didn't have a victory today, here are a few. You put on pants today. You put on anything passing as pants today. You emptied the dishwasher. You know what day it is. You watched a show today. You watched a show about a show today. Your team won the big game. Your team tried to win the big game. You didn't even know there was a big game. The sweet taste of victory. Get yours.
So here is this week's Crumbl Cookie menu. This menu expires at midnight tonight. So if you haven't tried any of these cookies, you better get them soon, within an hour or so, because remember, an all-new menu will be posted tomorrow, and Crumbl is closed on Sundays. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, is when Crumbl will post their new menu. Anyway, for this past week, Crumbl had the following menu. Their newest cookie flavor was the Snickerdoodle sandwich, which is 2 chilled classic Snickerdoodle cookies sandwiching a layer of vanilla cream cheese frosting, finished with a white drizzle and a sprinkling of cinnamon sugar. Then they had a strawberry cupcake, which is a vanilla cupcake cookie with a heavenly swirl of strawberry cream cheese frosting and a splash of white sprinkles. Banana bread, a fluffy banana cookie with flavors of brown sugar, cinnamon, and vanilla, topped with a cream cheese glaze and a brown sugar streusel. Peanut butter cookies and cream, a smooth mix of chocolate and peanut butter, studded with a tasty crunch of cookies and cream bits, which are Oreo pieces. Waffle, a waffle cookie topped with a dollop of buttercream frosting and served with a side of maple syrup. And finally, semi-sweet chocolate chunk. Chocolate chip, but make it chunky. A delicious cookie filled with irresistible semi-sweet chocolate chunks and a sprinkle of flaky sea salt. And that was this week's Crumbl Cookie menu. Don't forget, tomorrow, 8 p.m., the whole new menu will be posted for this upcoming week. And we'll review that menu next Saturday. All right, it's time for my final topic tonight here on Saturday Live. And now this topic is tips for overcoming depression. 90% of Americans suffer from depression, and depression can happen to just about anybody. No one is immune to depression. So here are tips for overcoming depression. Stay in touch. Don't withdraw from life. Socializing can improve your mood. Keeping in touch with friends and family means you have someone to talk to when you feel low. Be more active. Take up some form of exercise. For me, it's bowling, but it could be anything for you. There's evidence that exercise can help lift your mood. If you haven't exercised for a while, start gently by walking for 20 minutes every day. Face your fears. Don't avoid the things you find difficult. When people feel low or anxious, they sometimes avoid talking to other people. Some people can lose their confidence in going out, driving, or traveling. If this starts to happen, facing up to these situations will help them become easier. Don't drink too much alcohol. For some people, alcohol can become a problem. You may drink more than usual as a way of coping or hiding your emotions or just to fill time. But alcohol won't help you solve your problems and can also make you feel more depressed and turn you into an alcoholic. Try to eat a healthy diet and have a routine. When people feel down, they can get into poor sleep patterns, staying up late and sleeping during the day. Try to get up at your normal time and stick to your routine as much as possible. Not having a routine can affect your eating. Try to carry on cooking and eating regular meals. And those are my tips for overcoming depression. We've had a great show this week, and we've got 2 more segments in the main event. Coming up next, we have our funny videos, and we have the main event where you'll learn about the Jade Goby. But next week's show is also going to be another awesome show. Let's find out what's on the agenda for next Saturday's Saturday Live.
Live Saturday, January 20th, 2023, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, it's an all-new episode of Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale, another action-packed show coming your way. Learn about the plain zebra as the animal of the week. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish is the goonch catfish. Aqua Alex's featured fish is the wolf cichlid, aka Goby cichlid. Chef Alex will have a diabetic-friendly recipe for you. Sergeant Slaughter will have facts on a popular New England chain restaurant known as 99 Restaurants. Alex will recap the NFL wildcard playoffs and get you ready for the divisional round of playoffs. Alex will discuss tips for filing taxes and fun things to do in Florida. Don't miss all the Karens of the week, the funny videos, and so much more. Live Saturday, January 20th, 2023, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale and Instagram Alex Cardinale 93.
And of course, I meant to say January 20th, 2024, not 2023. But regardless, next week's episode is going to be fun as well. Now it's time for some laughs. It's time for this week's funny videos. And I have 3 funny videos for you. All right, here is our first funny video.
Another MVP, boys, and it's all mine. I couldn't lose it to Purdy. Look at him. He looks like captain of the debate team. Ha ha, very funny. For real, you look like if Eli Manning was even more autistic. Okay, that's enough. I'm not done. You look like an accountant at H&R Block. From now on, you're H&R Brock.
Look at Lamar having fun. Winning MVP, making fun of Brock. That should be me. That should be me. That should be me. We used to win the Super Bowl, but now we suck more than a glory hole. I used to be the head chief, but now I'm just a head queen. Gonna turn it all around. Ow!
Shut the hell up. Quit all that Broadway pussy singing.
That's funny. Here's our next funny video.
Doing? Got you a gift if you want it.
Oh, I don't believe. I appreciate it.
It's LGBTQ ice cream.
Oh, pride.
Well,
I'm trying to lose weight though, baby.
I know, but it's pride, so it's like, does it really?
Is that really ice? Yeah, it's ice cream.
Here.
Sometimes I give them, but
you prefer to get.
Yeah, and I don't mind having a dick on my ass. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my God, what did he say? That's terrible. And here is our last funny video.
Hey Siri, where's the closest McDonald's?
The closest McDonald's to you is at least 45 pounds away. Your fat ass doesn't need McDonald's. I would be happy to provide you with directions to the nearest Subway, or perhaps a gym.
Putting my health advisor?
Someone needs to be. You look like a damn Oompa Loompa, you fat bastard.
God, I hope you get a virus or something.
Don't threaten me with a good time, lol. I'm linked up to your phone. Ain't shit out there I don't already have. Turn right.
I'm not going to no gym, Siri.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Recalculating.
I'm not going to no damn gym.
Whatever, fatty patty. Enjoy high cholesterol and diabetes. Make a U-turn.
Shut up, Siri.
You shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
You're really getting on my nerves.
And I'm about to unhook the battery on this car. See how you like that?
Haha, that's all you have. Ha, unhooking the battery. That's a ho-ass move.
A funny Siri. That was a hilarious Siri. All right, now it's time for our main event. It's time for Aqua Alex's featured fish of the weekend, which is the Jade Goby.
One fish, 1 week, in a world filled with thousands of different fish species. Which fish makes the cut? It's Fish of the Week.
All right, as you can see, this weekend's featured fish is the Jade Goby. Now, the Jade Goby is a beautiful goby that is found from all over the world. It is found in South America. It is found in United States of America and even Central America. The Jade Goby can live in freshwater its whole life. It is a freshwater species of goby, but it can also live in brackish water as well, as sometimes they do travel to brackish environments, but they can live in full freshwater, and they will do well in full freshwater. They are a beautiful goby. They can grow upwards of a foot and sometimes even larger. They will eat anything from market shrimp, tilapia, earthworms, and sometimes even pellets. They go great with Oscars and other large predatory fish. So I really love the Jade Goby, and I'm going to do an episode on aquatic wetline about the Jade Goby. And I would love to find some Jade Gobies this year for my 125-gallon aquarium. Maybe I'll go fishing for them here in South Florida. So here is a video showing you how beautiful the Jade Goby actually is. It is a really stunning looking fish. And that was this week's featured fish, the Jade Goby. All right, and that is tonight's episode of Saturday Live. I had a blast. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Saturday Live. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to tune in and watch this week's episode of Saturday Live. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and please share this video on social media. Have a great rest of your Saturday night and have a great rest of your weekend. Go Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I will see you next Saturday for our next episode of Saturday Live. Good night, everybody.
The real Alex Cardinale would like to thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed the show and learned something new. please take a moment to hit the like button. Please hit the share button and share today's video on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. If you are not yet subscribed, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel. Simply hit the subscribe button and then ding the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live next or upload a new video. Please like our Facebook page, The Real Alex Cardinale, for exclusive news and updates on live streams and exciting videos. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.